All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for episode 8, I believe. I'm not very good at counting. Should have a good show tonight. Just gonna get right to it and bring people on from an undisclosed location to lead us off here. I think he's in hiding. He had another run in, but thankfully we didn't have to go bail him out. Gomez, I think, in incognito mode. Are you in like a visible public space, or who are you hiding from?
We're good. We're good.
You're
We're
good.
good.
You're good.
We're good. Yeah.
All right. All right. And then his what I thought was his boyfriend for the longest time, it turns out it's nephew or something. But I'm pretty sure one of them is in Alabama right now. Bardo.
What's going on, everybody?
Not too much. I like the jersey. Repping. Big game. But the Cowboys still wish they had him.
Oh, yeah.
And I say that because not only do we have Clay, but we also have Becky or Bops, whatever she wants to go by, and not the type of Bops you guys are talking about.
They're watching.
I said that's not the type. Her nickname was Bops before Bops was cool.
Bops is bopping the music.
Bop it, bop it, bop.
Yeah.
How you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic. A lovely week of kind of cold, rainy weather.
Yep, it's been lovely. Yeah, I'm ready to get off. I'm off work for a while now. Definitely needed.
County's safe.
Oh, right?
No, I'm off work for the next week, so
County's
this is
safe right
really
now.
safe then. I'm still curious on Gomez's costume there. Half hiding his face. Your camera's way up too. Don't want to show too much of the blurred out background there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta stay incognito mode, pal.
All right.
Currently running off of a VPN, bouncing me through Venezuela and Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Hard to track.
Yeah. Make sure you leave that hat on, otherwise it's gonna shine like a beacon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly, pal. Don't you worry about me. Or secure.
All right, so let's get into some sports here, guys. Brewers very disappointing last week. We got the World Series of Blue Jays and Dodgers. What do you guys think on that? Who do you guys think's going to win? How many games?
Well, I want the Blue Jays to win to start with. I'm just not a Dodgers fan. You know, it is what it is. Brewers played them tough. You know, they didn't come out on top, but they, I thought for what the Brewers have, how they play all year, they battled every game except for the last one. They just kind of got their ass kicked and whatnot. But when you're facing the kind of starting pitching that the Dodgers have, it's tough. I don't care who you are, how good you are, but when you got the kind of starters they got that throw as hard as they do with the movement and control that they do, there's a reason they're paying them the kind of money that they're getting. But I want the Blue Jays to win. I think the Blue Jays have a shot. They got 3 good starting pitchers. Between Bieber, Scherzer, and Yasavage, a young good pitcher. They got quality starting pitching, some good bullpen pitching, and they got a good hitting lineup. Is it going to be enough to overcome that Dodger pitching? I don't know, but I'm hoping so. But I'm thinking the Dodgers and probably 6. I'm wanting the Blue Jays to win, hoping they'll take it 7 and win it. But I'm hoping they can sneak a couple. Dodgers in 6, though.
Luke?
Nobody wants to see the Canucks win, first of all. I don't care who you're playing. As much as I hate the Dodgers, I don't want the Canucks to win. When you're playing a player like Shohei Ohtani and you have a historic night like that, I mean, you're playing up and down a roster of MVP players. All of them could be MVPs. All got gold gloves, slugging. So, I mean, it's tough to beat a team like that. We gave it our all. Tough to see 0-4 though. Thought we would have put up a little bit more of a fight. But I think my another thing, just a side note here, MVP of the year, Sal Frelick. Led the team in batting average, on base percentage. I think he was pretty high up there as well. Probably my favorite player on the
Brewers MVP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in my opinion, or I just, break out, whatever.
He's good.
Yeah, he's
but,
a football player.
Going back to the World Series, like I said, I'd rather see the Dodgers win, not the Canucks, but I think the Dodgers still got it. Maybe, like Clay said, 5-6, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I don't really care who wins. I don't like either team. At least the Dodgers ain't from Canada, but I also don't.
Blue Jays got a few guys I like on their roster.
Yeah, I don't. Dodgers got a couple guys I like too, but I just don't. I don't like either team. Both high price, spend a lot of money. I don't know. I like the Blue Jays more than the Dodgers, I guess, but hard to root for Canada. And as far as what I think's going to win, I think the Dodgers got it in 5. Their pitching was just lights out, top to bottom. Every starter was just dynamite. Plus, Shohei figured out his swing now, apparently. And, 3 home runs in one game.
Doesn't make sense.
That's crazy. He's going to be a tough out. He always is, but he's going to put up some video game numbers in the World Series here, and they're going to dominate it. I think the Blue Jays might squeak one game out.
Don't overlook Vladdy, man. He's
good.
He's had a
Yankee Lou
historic kind of run so far in the playoffs. He's been that good.
Yeah,
talking about that, like that's what they need. That's what it's going to take to beat the Dodgers. Is a hitter like that, just getting hot, staying hot. If you're going to beat them, because you're not going to dink and dunk them. You're not going to, when their pitchers are pitching like the way they were, you're not going to beat them. Probably going to beat them how the Brewers were, unless you're holding them to 1 run or 2 runs, because you're only going to eke out 1 or 2 runs. But a bat like Vladdy Guerrero and a couple of the guys in order, the difference maker. You can put 3 runs up in a real hurry, and he has multiple times. So you never know. It's a World Series. You never know. But again, I think the Dodgers are, a little better, a little more experienced, and they'll probably win it. I'm just hoping for a good series, to be honest. I'd like to see a 7-game series.
That'd be cool. I want to see that. I think it's lined up for Max Scherzer versus Ohtani in Game 4.
Whoever's going to look the better in the parade.
Neither of them.
I don't know. You watched the Dodgers parade from last year. A lot of lookers. That's what women are looking at. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know what they got in Canada, eh?
No. Of course, everybody. Big parade to say sorry.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yatter.
Sorry, we won't. All right, so switching over to football now. There's some pretty big games last week. What's your guys' biggest takeaway, I guess?
I hate football.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do when your team is Miami.
But there's a few teams that are panic mode, full panic mode, and a couple that are, you see some really bright spots. But I think, obviously the Ravens are in full panic mode. It's full panic, 1-5. I mean, they even pulled all this stuff out of the locker room, ping pong tables, beanbag toss, everything. No fun.
Oh, what?
No fun in the locker room.
Lamar comes back.
Zero
this week,
fun.
Well, he's questionable. He's not fully yet back.
Now, my other team right now that's got some red flags going up, and I am sinking ship right now. I mean, it's savable, but I'm the Chargers. I'm worried about them. That's the other team that's there. They're supposed to be
Super Bowl favorites.
They're supposed to be a Super Bowl favorite, and they're losing to teams they shouldn't lose to.
Yeah,
they're struggling in games they shouldn't be struggling in. With a quarterback like Herbert and the experience of him, you shouldn't. And a coach like Harbaugh, who's the quarterback whisperer, shouldn't be having these issues. And the receivers, and the bright spot team the Broncos, that there's something special going on. I don't know how far they'll go, but I think they're going to be a tough team when you look at that 33 points in the fourth quarter.
That was impressive.
That's
They figured it out and they started clicking.
Because 33 points in a quarter, you got to not only either that team scores, but you got to stop them a few times to make a comeback. You got to stop them and get the ball back, and then go down and score. And Bonek showed he can do it, throwing the ball. He can run the ball. You know, he's not Josh Allen by any means yet, but you know he's got those kind of capabilities. He can throw it, he can run it. Probably not quite as powerful an arm as Allen, but that's kind of my couple little takes.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest take is that Lions they're at it again. They had their entire secondary backups playing, plus they got in more injuries in the secondary last game, and they stuck it to the Bucs. Mayfield did not look comfortable all night in the pocket. He was rushed. He was panicky. He was overthrowing everything, just trying to get rid of it, and they couldn't do nothing. It was, they dismantled him, and to me,
What did I miss? Why are we laughing at Ben?
we're not. Yeah, I think it was scary to watch them. As a Packer fan, they're for real. Just like last year, it's next man up.
He's creeping in somebody's window.
That was my first thought.
Bro, I won that game. That Lions game was a given for them because the refs called such a terrible game when they played the Chiefs. That's all that was.
There was a couple missed calls, but they weren't. They weren't that egregious, and it wasn't.
That was a giving.
The biggest call that I saw that missed was that tripping call on Mayfield, which, let's be honest, it did not affect the game. It was in a big spot. They weren't going to do shit with it, as it is. They haven't done shit all game. They weren't going to do it at that time. It's, I don't know. I didn't see that many missed calls that the refs are giving it to them.
Yeah, but when you have such an egregious game against them, against the Chiefs, like
maybe this last Chiefs was called a little better for the Chiefs, but I mean, the study and statistics show the Chiefs over the last how long have been getting 50% more roughing the passer calls than any other team in the NFL.
45, I believe.
I thought it was 49 something. 49 point something.
Well, you're arguing a couple percent.
Either way.
Yeah.
45 to 50% is significant, man. That's huge.
That's a lot.
That's huge. And then the other thing is, on the flip side, you know, I'm not one to complain about penalties and whatnot, but you look at Green Bay's defense and the holding penalties that haven't been called. They ran almost 400 defensive plays, and they had 6 holding penalties called for them.
You know. Don't abuse the power over there.
It's unanimous. We got to put you in timeout, Benny.
No. You can't be abusing your power. The Ben giveth and the Ben taketh away.
Yeah,
I can change that right quick.
Oh, he's revealing his face. They're getting a face ID scan right now on him.
I'm getting a glare.
You got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, get a little more comfortable here.
See him come through the window.
The whole Chiefs situation and them penalties that they've been given. So not only are they given more penalties, they're given more penalties for yards. Like the yardage that they get out of them are significantly more.
And kind of the key.
Last year and the whole conspiracy that, you know, they weren't getting calls called on them. So it's only natural. This year it's going to be, we're calling on them. We're calling on them. See, there was no favoritism or whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be overboard this year.
It's still going on this year though. And it's not even necessarily the numbers game for me watching them. It's when they're called. It's, they might get a pass interference called against them in the first quarter. And then in the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive, they don't call it. You know, it's the key drives that they're not either getting calls or they are not getting calls. That's really making a difference in a lot of the games.
Well, you can see, like they're clearly making such a difference in impact in the game, how the NFL wants by officiating, and it's
Here's
a big
my problem with it.
especially with gambling on the game.
The Lions-Chiefs game, the Chiefs did not have a single penalty called against them. Not one. That's a problem.
And there's not a single game where any team plays perfect. There's holding, there's hands to the face.
And then you have New York calling in to the game, telling them, hey, you might want to take a second look at this play for what was the fucking penalty even? Pass
illegal
or some shit?
Deal with the play.
Illegal motion.
Yeah. New York can't do that. You can't review a play.
It's literally their job, though, is to review the plays.
You can't review a play for a penalty. You can't call up the referee, the umps, and tell them, hey, you need to re-review that play.
They can.
Was there illegal motion on the play?
Clearly they can, but
was there actually illegal? I didn't see it, but was there?
Yeah, he went under center technically, even though he wasn't directly under center.
So you can't review a penalty for the most part in the NFL.
And I believe illegal motion's a dead ball, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of that's a false start. That's a dead ball. It stops it right there. You can't go back and change that. You can't review a penalty. Like if you get pass interfered, you can't throw a flag. Like, hey, he was grabbing my receiver the whole time. The NFL shouldn't be able to call in and change a penalty because the refs didn't see it on the field.
Yeah.
If you're going to play it like that, otherwise you got to start reviewing a lot more. You got to start doing more.
And it's going to take forever on the games, and they're going to lose a lot of viewers if they start doing that regularly.
If they're going to do that, why don't they do it for pass interference calls? Didn't they just try that a couple years back? I really
don't think that the NFL is worried about any kind of viewership after they announced their Super Bowl halftime show. Let's face it, they don't care about viewership.
They don't care, but they do care. Like they don't have to care because people are going to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they might tune out for the halftime thing. I really couldn't give a shit less who they have.
You look at the numbers for the Super Bowl one game compared to any game in the World Series, any game in the NBA championship, any probably even college football championship to any championship game. The Super Bowl is like way highly rated.
Yeah.
Way more money making than any other game.
They care about, it's not so much viewership, but it's the money that they make. What franchise is bringing in the most?
Right now they're not even selling the ad space that they usually do for a Super Bowl commercial after the announcement of the halftime show. So that's showing right there that numbers are down from what it usually is for the game.
As soon as it gets closer, it'll go back up. Everybody wants to be on
they're going to sell the ad space
commercial.
But usually it's a lot quicker than what it is right now, is what I'm saying. As soon as it gets announced, everybody's jumping on, that 3-second space, so forth. This year wasn't like that.
I mean, why should these businesses or whoever is going to be on these commercials care about who the fuck's playing at halftime?
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
With the country divided right now, they very much do care.
And that's, I mean, personally, like I said earlier, I couldn't give a shit less who they have for their halftime show, but for what they're trying to do internationally and everything, I don't think it was a dumb move by them. I mean, there's a lot of people unhappy about it, but I mean, they're trying to go international. We're trying to get a thing in Brazil. He's a big time artist right now. A lot of fans. They're trying to reach out to maybe get somebody that otherwise might not watch the Super Bowl to tune in, is what they're trying to do. Because everybody that's going to watch the Super Bowl is going to watch the Super Bowl. Maybe tune out for the halftime show and then going to go right back to the game.
Well, you look at any kind of business or whatnot, usually if you're not growing, you're probably on a decline. So NFL has grown, and it was growing, and it kind of started to plateau. So what's the next step for them? Take it international. Take it to London, take it to Brazil, start getting it international. That's how you keep your business on the incline, and that's what they got to do. That's their focus right now. And their focus is always kind of the Super Bowl. They're planning for it, but right now they're trying to get overseas stuff. They want more games overseas. They want a full season of games overseas.
Yeah,
is what they're going to do.
yeah.
Wherever it may be, shipping
I'm not
around.
a fan of that, but they got to do something.
No, they want like every
Yeah.
team to be over there and play a game, and it really sucks for a place like Green Bay because you look at the population of a town like Green Bay and how much revenue one game generates for that town, and you only get how many a year, and it's such a big thing for Green Bay. Even taking one game away is huge for a town like Green Bay.
Yeah,
See, Bruno's
that's-
right there, but
that's
they're-
kind of what I was trying to say, Bruno. Is they're trying to appeal to a different crowd as well because everybody that likes it's going to watch it, and maybe get a casual viewer to tune in. or
there's a
non-viewer
fine
to
line
tune in.
that they have to walk, though. There's a fine line they have to walk, though, because if you alienate your base demographic, and what's going to happen? I mean, just look at what happened with Budweiser.
Yeah, NFL is,
Every-
I mean,
drinking
a little bit
Budweiser.
bigger than Budweiser. I mean, you can just switch beers. You can switch beers
Yeah,
if you
you
really
could.
don't like it. Who else are you going to watch?
You could watch a different fucking sport. It's that easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you want to watch football, you can't just switch brands.
you can go watch college football. What do you mean? There's a spring football league. There's other options to
It's
watch
not the
football
same. It's
other
not
than
the
the
same.
NFL.
College is completely different, but
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not the same.
I got a college
you
game
don't
on
have,
right now.
you don't have another professional football option with near the product.
or rugby.
Near the
Personally, I
competitiveness,
prefer-
near the skill level.
I prefer college. Watching a college game over
Yeah,
the
but
NFL.
college is different than the NFL.
So
It's competitive. It's more competitive, but also it's. I mean,
yeah, they're actually playing for
top
something.
players. Your top players are usually your mediocre players in the NFL. You're good. They might be good for a rookie, but most of your top players don't make it in the NFL because the NFL is so much better. I mean, it's a different skill level. You can be the fastest, get by with just pure speed in college. NFL, you're going to have 10 different guys that can run the same speed as you.
Yeah, everybody's fast. Everybody's the fastest person in the NFL. College, you might have some guys that are super fast, and they might be pretty close to being as fast, but they're probably not as strong. They're not as well trained into the movements and flipping the hips and doing what you got to do to be on point. That's like receivers. You don't have to be the fastest receiver in the world. If you run really good routes, your crisp routes, you can get separation. But
Yeah, you could take your All-American teams in college and put them up against the Bengals with Browning or the Dolphins or whoever, and that NFL team is going to completely demolish them. Your All-American teams, your absolute best players in college sports, all combined. Any NFL
You sure
team
about
would-
that?
well, if you take the top college players in college right now, and you put them against like the Dolphins, maybe
That
the Bengals,
college team is
Without
beating
Joe
the
Flacco.
Dolphins. That college team. is
you'd have a
beating the
game,
Dolphins.
but I still think the NFL team's going to win.
the NFL team's going to beat them by 40 or 50 points.
Probably.
It's not going to be like
It'd be fun to watch.
they're going to give up by halftime. It's going
I
to
don't
be.
know. The Dolphins, though, you got to.
I'm telling you, the Dolphins may have a shot, but they're losing.
No, the
They're
Dolphins.
losing. The Dolphins would lose that game, hands down.
No.
Right now, the state of the Dolphins.
Name. I don't give a shit who the quarterback is. Tell me one college cornerback that can lock up Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's got a broken leg.
Okay, I'm talking healthy Dolphins, full strength
No,
Dolphins.
I'm talking right now, Dolphins.
Right now,
Okay,
no,
Jalen Waddle.
Right now, Dolphins.
Who's locking up Jalen Waddle?
3 guys.
Who's tackling Achan?
That's
The rest
not
of
a
the team, they're
problem.
not covering
Quinn
Waddle.
Ewers isn't a starting quarterback in the NFL. He was one of the top quarterbacks in college, dude.
The team the Dolphins have right
Didn't Tua
now,
win the national championship?
Tua lost
Didn't
that
Tua win
locker
the
room.
national championship?
Tua lost
mean-
that locker room.
I don't care. No, I don't care what. And no, it's not even going to be
Bro.
a game.
Hands down. Hands
Hands
down.
down. Okay,
Hands down.
hands down.
Put them down.
Hands down. Hands down. Tua lost
Hands-
that locker room.
Let's go. What?
Hands might be down, but you're high as shit.
Nope. Negative Ghost Rider.
All right, getting back on the schedule here.
Exactly, Bruno. Exactly.
Yep. And Ben can beat Jake Paul in a fight.
I bet you Tyreek's walking and jogging by now.
Tyreek could still get away from Ben.
Oh yeah, you could. That dude's laying on the couch playing Wii Sports with his kids, bro.
They don't make enough controllers.
No shit.
Can't front.
So, all right, getting back on track here. One more quick topic on Week 7 is the Packers barely beating the Cardinals. How are you guys feeling on the Packers? Do you still feel like we're Super Bowl contenders? Still playoff team? I mean,
Definitely a
how are you guys
playoff
feeling?
team. Definitely a playoff team.
Yeah.
Are they Super Bowl contenders? Yeah, you can't say they're not a contender right now with the way the NFC is, because I don't know if there's a clear cut who's the best. They're a contender. I saw a couple of things that were bad, but a couple of things that were like, okay, that's what I wanted to see. And that's, end of the game, Micah Parsons coming in with Gary and them sacking a quarterback, putting pressure on and ending the game. And the Packers score the ball when they need to. Granted, there's a lot in between I didn't like, but those couple of things are signs that, they're potentially a Super Bowl contender. That's what it takes.
My biggest concern is our secondary, which it was at the beginning of the year. We all thought Hobbs was going to be solid and help him out. He's been trash. I do like that Parsons. What was it? They had 20 dropbacks while he was in the game, and he had 10 pressures and 3 sacks. I mean, that's
4 TFLs.
Green Bay knew that secondary was trouble. They tried Hobbs, but they still knew it was trouble. So that's where they got Parsons. That's why they brought him in.
Yeah,
that fixes your secondary.
Kind of bring it in.
Secondary if quarterback can't throw the football.
Do you think with trade deadline coming up, which is actually our next topic here, do you think the Packers make a move for a veteran cornerback? I mean, we don't have much for draft capital, but you think we try to get somebody? Is there even anybody out there?
Yeah, there's talks of them. The Titans have a veteran corner. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but Green Bay, there's rumors potential for him. But honestly, I don't know if I see Green Bay really making much moves. If they do make moves, I don't know if they would really sell to get a whole lot. They might actually, maybe they try to get a little bit of draft capital back, 5th, 6th round picks and moving something potentially. But I would love to see them go out and get like a Jalen Waddle, but they ain't gonna move him. Like a Jerome Ford for cheap would be great. You could probably get somebody like that. Or the Jets are about to probably do a fire sale, so there's a few guys there. But I want like some defensive players from the Jets. That would be great. Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson. Those guys are quality players, but all gonna cost. But I don't think they really do a whole heck of a lot.
No, we don't have the draft capital to really do a whole heck of a lot. Maybe like you said, get rid of somebody that's underperforming for some sort of draft capital back, and then I don't know. I don't see us doing too much just because it's Green Bay, but I mean they surprised us with the Parsons trade. Maybe they're going to go all in for this year.
Well, they sold and got Parsons and they traded, so you can't count it out that they wouldn't. I mean, you already sold a lot. You still got a little bit of draft capital. It would be, another piece would be nice, but depends what there is and what they want for that piece. But most teams are probably going to want too much for what they want. Because if the Dolphins want a second or a first for A-Chain or something like that, that's too much.
You ain't getting a first for A-Chain. Not even close. Not even close. That's what did McCaffrey go for?
A second.
Yeah.
And 2 seconds and a third and a fourth, maybe a fifth. Multiple picks. I don't think there was
that was prime McCaffrey. You're not getting a first for A-Chan. I'd say maybe a third.
We're past the days of trading for running backs like that. Like the last one I can remember that was traded was Clinton Portis for multiple first round picks. And it's been years.
Yeah, he did get traded, didn't he?
Yeah, to the Redskins.
Yeah, he did great.
He did great. And then Ricky Williams is one I remember for that, like 4 first-round picks. But running backs aren't the value that they were.
No, it's that's kind of a plug and play position except for your elites. And
Look at the Cardinals; they're down to like their 5th running back. Why would you pay a running back $150 million?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we won't even touch the Cardinals. They're just
then
they're an embarrassment. Green Bay's biggest problem is they play down to the teams that they're playing against.
Yep.
So like
have for
it doesn't-
years.
yeah, it doesn't matter. They could go up against the Saints and it'd be
Put that on coaching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
going to say that's going back to some of our conversations from the other pod with Dave talking about the discipline of LaFleur and just not holding everybody as accountable and not having that real discipline and being kind of more of the players coach and friendly with them and versus the authoritarian coach. He needs more of that, more accountability, more just drive.
You saying that about LaFleur?
Yeah.
I don't trust me. I don't see that. That is how he treats his players. He's actually very strict on them.
Yeah.
And that's firsthand.
Not on the field. Not on the field. You can see it in
Strict, but there's something missing with him as the coach of
that killer
getting
instinct,
team
I
ready.
think.
Like when Dan Campbell goes out there, he gets that team ready like the Kool-Aid man. They're ready to run to a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Green Bay comes out when they're playing a team that's, a big time team. Yeah, they'll come out hyped up for them. Like when they played the Lions to open the season, they were hyped up. But, I think he puts a lot of it on the players to get themselves hyped up and not coaches to do that.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to, Bruno, I agree with you. If he's out there, it might be worth a shot, depending on how much he costs, especially if he's a free agent.
I'd wait and see.
Wouldn't hurt anything to bring him on, and if he sucks, cut him. See what he's got. He's not.
I'd
gonna be
wait
that
and see. Wait after the trade deadline. If you can't get anything done during the trade deadline to trade for somebody, then I'd look at somebody like Asante Samuel.
Unless some other team picks him up first.
Well,
That's
that's a risk you got to take, though. I mean, depends upon if there's somebody
he's
on
an elite corner anymore, but I don't think
depends upon if there's somebody you really want.
Yeah. If there's somebody they want or they're specifically looking at hard, but
Cody, don't you worry. I got a different spot for Achane to go to. He ain't going to KC.
where you got him going to? That's what we're on is the trade deadline now. So
You want my honest opinion?
No, we want you to
to bullshit everybody.
It's usually what it does.
He's going to the Chargers.
Who's that? Who are we-
Achane?
Achane to the Chargers.
Personally, I don't think they're moving anybody. I think
You
they're
don't think-
asking too much, and I don't think they're going to sell. They got too many good players that are young enough, and you got a good young quarterback on the bench. Why would you start selling off Achane, who is a very good running back?
If they do a fire sale, Achane will go to the Chargers because the Chargers want a running back.
They should be getting Hampton back here pretty soon.
I just don't see the Dolphins doing a fire sale.
I don't either. They already said they ain't doing a fire sale, but
They should.
As far away as they are, they're not that far away from a 70-point game. That offense ain't that far away from, ain't that much different.
Yeah. What, 3 concussions?
3 concussions. That was with Tua, too. I think you don't know what the potential of Ewers is.
Yeah.
trust me, I wish they would bench Tua. I wish
They did
obviously
last game. Do you think I haven't heard, is there any talk on who's starting this week?
Tua. They already
Yes.
flat out said Tua's starting. Yeah,
Oh,
I wish they'd
Tua-
bench him and keep him benched.
Well, Ewers, he got hurt last year in college, didn't he? Like he was
Yeah.
coming out his year. So, you let him sit. You already suck. Tua, you're paying him. Let him go get his head bashed in. You kind of suck. Tua, let him sit and learn. And towards the end, middle-ish end of the year, a few weeks from now, then you start putting him in maybe But you let him sit for now, and you're already paying Tua. You're locked into him this year. You're probably locked into him next year.
Yeah, why maybe win a couple games and play yourself out of a better pick?
Hey, man.
Hey, well, you need another receiver now.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since I blew in the face or telling Blue in the face. You know, they should keep that pick that they have right now. They shouldn't do anything in this offseason.
No.
Keep that pick and go after Ohio State's wide receiver.
Which
Jeremiah
one?
Smith.
They ain't got nobody to throw him the fucking
Jeremiah.
ball.
Doesn't matter. You got Tua for another year after this year.
You
After
had,
that,
you had Hill, you got Waddle. That's all you guys do was add receivers.
hey, man.
No, the one
Hey,
receiver
man,
I'm
I'm-
curious to see if he gets moved, though. If he does get moved, who would get him? And he could be a real difference maker. Is Chris Olave? Will he get moved? Who
He's just
will he-
injury
Yeah.
prone.
I know
He
Steelers
is when
and Giants are
quarterbacks
actively
throw him and the
looking.
guy's drilling him in the head.
I know I heard some talks that Olave to New England, actually, which I would like to see. You know, him and Drake May.
That'd be
I think
cool.
That'd probably help the Patriots out a lot.
Hey, That's
He's
just
already
it.
balling up, but
Olave's been kind
Patriots
of
don't need no more help.
Ohio State receiver because he's been hurt. A lot of concussions because he's had terrible quarterbacks. He's had bad quarterbacks. He's got a young
Hospital
quarterback.
balls.
Okay, right now he's not awful, but he's not great, and he's having a really good year. Olave is. He's a good receiver. He was the best one in that Ohio State class when they were in college. He was the top
Yeah.
dog, and that includes Njigba and all the rest of those guys. You know, so maybe Green Bay goes and gets a receiver like Olave.
Who's that? The receiver for the Titans there that requested a trade. Was that Ridley?
Probably nobody wants him.
Yeah.
Jacoby
like to
Myers requested for a trade as well.
Jacoby Myers, Max Crosby's the other big name that
They,
he gets moved.
They
I
are-
heard that
Well,
they
he said that
just
they're not.
re-signed him. I think he's got a no trade clause in his contract. I don't think he goes anywhere. He's a Raider for life.
He is.
Yeah, they
They
already told him
just
they're not
re-signed him
moving him.
last year. It wouldn't be smart for them to move him.
Well, it would be because you suck and you could get a lot of draft capital for him.
Just
But-
like Genty, hey Cody?
Hey, Smith is gonna be a freak, dude.
Best receiver ever. Ever, all around. That's a pretty bold statement there.
Well, I remember what he was talking about Lamar Jackson when Lamar Jackson was coming out of Louisville there.
I
Yeah.
remember
Best
he was
quarterback
pretty-
ever.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
big statement.
Hey, he wasn't
Better
far
than
off.
Megatron or Randy Moss or Jerry Rice.
The dude is
Yeah.
a stud. He is a stud.
That's
Yeah, he put a
Yeah.
clinic up against Wisconsin.
well,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
I'm pretty sure I could put a clinic up against
All right.
Wisconsin.
You couldn't put a clinic up against a freaking toilet.
The only clinic you're doing is never mind.
I know where you're going with that, Becky. Enough of the peanut gallery over there.
Well, I'm bored off my ass right now.
He's Legoing.
I would like to see New England go for a better tight end, honestly.
There
think if
isn't
they
a
get
tight end in New England.
His name is Hunter Henry.
Define.
The tight end that maybe they make
You
a
know,
move for.
you got Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper.
Would
Yeah,
they
they
make
could
a
definitely
trade?
use another.
Mark Andrews is going to be the one tight end, that the big name tight end on the block. So we'll see. I don't know
I
if they
wouldn't
trade
give up
him.
anything for Andrews.
I would. He's a good tight end. He dropped a pass in the playoffs, but
Yeah, that's another name out there too. Bruno Stephon Gilmore. If we can get him for cheap enough, especially no draft picks, I'd like to see us pick up a vet like that. Just maybe
Kind of.
help the DBs along.
everybody needs cornerbacks. Why aren't these guys picked up?
Well,
I
because
I
they're
don't know.
old, he's washed.
That's
don't know how much they're asking for either.
you probably get them league minimum, but you're putting an old veteran guy like that who's going to have to take time to learn your system and come back versus the potential of a young guy going, learning, and seeing where he goes. A lot more upside with a young guy than a 30-year-old injury.
Well, yeah, but if we can we get a young guy for a good enough price?
No, you got him between your roster and your practice squad. That's what
Oh,
you're
somebody
looking.
like that.
That's what you're going to have to do. 'Cause unless you're trading for a bigger name, you search practice squads or your practice squad teams. You try to get better, because the only way you're really going to get better is if you really make a trade and bring in somebody who's going to make a difference. But Asante Samuel Jr. has been available since the off-season free agent. I've heard talks about him all off-season going to Green Bay potential, and he's been injury. And then Stephon Gilmore, he's old. Trust me, those guys would be on rosters if they were, maybe they probably wouldn't hurt, but take up a roster spot for a young guy who could potentially, you never know what you got.
Yeah, definitely see that. Do we see Giants or Steelers moving for a receiver?
I don't think anybody cares about this.
I think
Maybe the
the
Giants.
Steelers would be wise to probably move for a receiver. I just don't know if
I
they
think we
will.
see him do it.
Depends
Who
for
are they going to get? Who are they going to go for?
I don't know. If you get and talk the Dolphins into maybe selling Waddle, or who else we got? We got Olave. The Saints are going to probably be fire sailing. The Jets. You're not going to get Wilson unless you give up an arm and a leg. But
they're going to want to lock for Wilson. The other one's like a Jacoby Meyer would be another name.
yeah,
That's actually a name I could see, but usually
The problem with the Steelers is they like their tight ends. They got a big
That's
hard
what
on
we
for their
do.
big tight ends.
Yeah, they have like fucking 4 of them.
four
Oh, yeah,
big-
they're-
5 of them.
they run that big offense and run the ball.
Yeah.
If someone wasn't paying attention to like what you guys are talking about and just like overhearing this conversation, it sounds super gay.
It's a pretty fabulous
Say
conversation, Becky.
Yeah.
Super gay.
You can't say that.
I
Yeah,
can say
you
that
can't
as
say that.
token half bag.
We already got Gomez. You're not the token.
Oh, that's right. Damn, not share my spot.
He's only half.
That is surprising. Really thought he was like more than 3/4.
The only other gay person in this podcast is Ben.
He's up on this corner of the screen. Yeah.
So, all right, you guys got any other thoughts on trades or anything more to talk about on there? Otherwise, we'll move on to.
Just move on for the love of God.
No, I
If
don't
you don't
have
want
one.
to talk about sports, go not listen to sports podcast, Becky.
Well, if you make it. Never mind.
He got
Uh,
released.
What about your release, Gomez?
Tyler Lockett, he got released.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's who requested that trade. That's right.
Hangle McCringleberry. That's the name we need to get.
Yeah,
Trade
let's
for
get him.
that.
Is that an actual name?
Ingle
Yeah.
McCringleberry.
All right. Shooter.
That's
All right, so Luke, you kind of wanted to
Yeah.
do something like this. What are we thinking? I was thinking talk about some receivers. Who do you think's the top 3 receivers in the game, and kind of what's the key factor if you had to pick one thing that separates your elite receivers versus your solid ones?
Well, for me, it's release off the line. If you can get that separation early, it makes, you getting the ball so much easier. If I were to put like a top 3 out right now, JSN would have to be at the top of the list right now. He's balling out. Also, Jamar Chase, when the ball, when he's got someone actually throwing him the ball. You've seen it, obviously, last week with Joe. Moving on for there, I think it's like few and far between of wide receivers. I don't know. Someone, obviously, that I like too, another LSU wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, insane off the release. Yeah, also St. Brown, looking very well this year. I don't know. Do you guys think there's any other like standout top 5 wide receivers, or your top 10 that you think stand out to you more than players I've seen?
Puka, you got to throw him up there.
He's injured though.
Yeah, like I wasn't talking about this week, just in general. I think he's
Rashee Rice.
yeah. Clay thinks he's like the best receiver in the world.
No, but he is definitely
But,
one of the. By the end of the year, his numbers will show he's one of the better receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, mine. My top three would probably have to be Jamar Chase, number one. I mean, he's shown it even without Burrow. He's putting up numbers. He's consistent. Probably Puka, and you got a good argument for St. Brown. He's consistent. He does everything. He blocks. He runs the good routes. He has great hands. You can count on him every time.
What about CeeDee Lamb?
He's good too.
George
I
Pickens.
mean he's up there.
NFL young boy all the way.
I can name awesome receivers.
There's some good ones. So who you got for your top three?
Chase, Jefferson, and probably St. Brown, but there's a lot of guys on that list right there that are pretty close. You know,
Yeah.
Some of them come down to who's throwing them the football. You know, some receivers look better because they got good guys throwing them the football.
Yeah, good quarterback always makes receivers look better.
Some receivers look like shit, but they're awesome receivers. Like Brian Thomas he's probably one of the better receivers in the NFL, but numbers don't show it. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been great. They haven't been using them. There's a lot of really good receivers in the NFL.
Well, what would you have to say would be your number one like attribute you look for in a receiver? The one thing that separates them.
The one thing that separates a receiver is who can go and high point a football, who can go and catch a ball over another guy. You look at those top receivers: Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. They can go up, they can jump, and they can catch a ball high, one hand, two hand. Doesn't matter if you got one or two guys on them. They'll go up and they'll get that ball. There's a lot of other things that come into factor that make a great receiver, but to me, that's one of the main things. Is you're down in the red zone, can you just throw it up to the guy and him go make a play? Yeah, Calvin Johnson could. Randy Moss, you could throw it anywhere on the field. That guy go make a play.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I guess it's kind of two. I would say like a route running. If you have very good, very precise route running, you're going to be a really good receiver, and that's I think what separates a lot of them. But I mean, I could run perfect route, and you're going to lock me up. So I mean, along with that, you have to have that initial quick burst.
They can't say anything about that.
So, I'm trying to hear what Becky's whispering in his ear
Got
over
something
there.
to say? Speak up.
But
No, I already got my hand slapped.
Say it with your chest.
But we got to get back on track here. We're on a train of thought. Yeah, if you can run
Receivers.
accurate route running with that quick initial first step to get that separation, that's the biggest thing I see in all the elite receivers. They got that initial burst with precise route running. Where the quarterback knows exactly where they're going to be, exactly where he's got to throw it before they're ever there. And
those
trust
top
that they're gonna
receivers, you can't just say one thing that they do well. It's like a baseball player who's a 5-tool player. They're good at everything. Man.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Devontae Adams, his release is so good, his route running so good. He can go high point of football. You know, there were other guys like Moss wasn't necessarily a great route runner. He was great at running down the side of the field catching a football.
Yeah.
Straight line. He was a muscle car. Yeah.
Gomez, what you got on this?
I mean, personally, my top 5 are going to be Njigba, Chase, Puka, Pickens, and St. Brown.
Pickens.
Pickens might, he's in my top 5. He'll be number 5.
Pickens is good, man. He's so overlooked because of his attitude. And he had a shitty quarterback last couple of years.
Yeah. No, I said that earlier in the year that I think he's one of the best talents in the league. I was just surprised to hear you put him up there.
I'm not a fan of him because of his personality, but right now he's top 5
You,
in the league.
of all people, are going to judge somebody on their brash personality for real. He's so
Hands down. Hands down.
Okay. Relax.
Hands down.
You can't even throw that. Like
He's telling you to relax, first of all.
you may call him NFL young boy, but you know what? He gets the damn job done. Can you say the same, Gomez?
No,
Thank you.
cannot.
I rest
What's
my.
actually
He's
What's
probably
actually really surprising to me, looking at these stats here, is the person with the most yards per reception has 22.2 yards per reception. He's only caught it 14 times, so that's probably why. But
That's
it's
play calling.
Tyquan Thornton out of Kansas City.
Yeah, he's
22
their deep.
yards per reception. That's ridiculous, bro. Nobody else comes close. Nobody else breaks 20.
Yeah,
It's only
yeah,
one
he's,
stat.
he's not a bad
One
receiver.
stat
but
doesn't make up
that's
who you
what's
want as
gross.
a wide receiver.
I get that. It's just surprising to me that nobody else is even close to him.
Yeah.
Your other
I mean,
closest
I think if you look at
DK
like
at-
yards separation and route, what is
Oh,
it,
yeah.
the route win percentage or whatever, and separation distance and open percentage and this and that. I think Matthew Golden leads the NFL by a landslide. At least he did before last week. I'm not sure. Well, that changed things.
Devontae Wicks he's great,
Yeah,
great separation in man coverage and stuff like that, but the results aren't there.
A lot of that's who do you get lined up against for one, and what routes they have you running, and
He had a real problem with catching the ball last year. He could get open. What good is it get open if you can't catch the friggin' ball?
right. Or maybe you ran the wrong fucking routes and got separation that way. But
Any of you guys got any surprised by wide receivers that are actually performing this year?
like somebody that came out of the blue, or
Yeah.
somebody we think's going to come out of the blue.
No, you got anybody that came out of the blue that you weren't expecting to perform?
I mean, not really out of the blue. I got to say, Jackson Smith and Jigma. I didn't think he'd be putting up numbers like he is.
Well, he's finally getting that more of a.
He's finally got a good quarterback.
He's got a quarterback. Yeah.
So
I don't know, but what I'm disappointed in is Keon Coleman. I had high hopes for him. I thought, but they don't use receivers in Buffalo apparently.
No,
They
they
want
just
to
use
involve
Josh
Allen.
Allen. Yeah.
Michael Pittman. I
yeah,
like Pittman, but I'm not really surprised. I picked Pittman in fantasy here and there because I like Pittman. He's a good receiver. He's not necessarily surprised me, but it is surprising because Daniels and how good that team's doing. It's a little bit.
Did you see Daniel's contract he's expected to sign?
probably pretty
Supposed to-
decent.
It's like a 4-year extension for $200 million. He's not even like chasing after max or anything of the sort. He's content, apparently.
Maybe
He's
he's
in a
getting
good
lucky.
situation there, and
Well,
players get
he
happy
chased
and don't
after
care about the
max.
money.
I just don't think he'd get one, regardless of how good he does. Wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which fills up faster.
Right?
He keeps playing like he is.
He'll get a bigger contract, but it ain't gonna be the biggest contract for a quarterback.
No,
Daniel Jones should be getting paid more than Tua, though, hands down.
they should be getting paid more than Tua.
Well, I don't know if he should be, but that's because
Well, if you look
Dolphins
at-
overpaying Tua.
If you look at, well, you say overpay now, but when Tua was first coming into the league and he had those first couple 2 years, 3 years that he was dominant
Yeah.
with those two wide receivers, when the offense actually ran well, it doesn't run well anymore.
Now,
When it actually ran well,
$180 million.
I was like, wow, it was play after play on ESPN. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, deep balls all over the field.
I don't know about deep balls. And
I remember seeing a lot of screens that would break and just quick
Yeah.
passes because Tyreek Hill and those guys were so damn fast. And Tua could get him the ball really quickly. He still can, but everybody doesn't let him do that anymore. You can't just do
Well, when you throw it 15 yards the other way, it doesn't really help.
that's about the furthest he can throw it is 15 yards. He's like Chad Pennington, just getting paid a hell of a lot more and not as smart.
Pennington was better. Pennington was hands down better
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Tua.
a lot smarter. Just
less concussions. Just
Yeah.
we got more brain cells left.
Yeah, because Pennington would get rid of the ball. Not
I
take
mean, but I'm about the only person I know that has had like 6 or 7, 8, 9, something like that concussions, and still pretty smart. I'm pretty intelligent here and there.
You were born with CTE, my friend.
I barely even know that nowadays. What's CD?
See?
I was born with CD.
Oh my god.
No, I want to say something else, but I'm not going.
Becky, check your phone.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Lord.
All right, guys, we got to move on to week 8. We're already at an hour here.
All right.
Some upcoming games. Do share.
Yeah.
Can't have smoke in class.
Oh, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Take a look for yourself, Clayton.
I'm trying to, but
You got the same message.
Y'all didn't send it to me.
I didn't get it either, so
It's because it's an inside joke.
I hate you so bad right now. Maybe drop a Lego piece.
So, all right. So, all right, Clay, take week 8. What you got? What matchups you want us to talk about, or
well,
I guess
let's start off with Green Bay and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I
Sounds like a good place to start.
I think Pittsburgh matches up pretty well against them. I mean, they're going to get pressure on Love. Last week they didn't look that great, obviously, but they usually defend the run fairly well. They're going to get pressure on Love. We're going to have a hard time moving the ball against them unless somehow we channel Joe Flacco. And then Rodgers is clearly going to be coming back with a chip on his shoulder. I think we've not looked great against the pass. I think he's going to have a hell of a game. I think he comes out, balls out. Not ridiculous, but probably
I bet you would like to see his ball out.
300 yards. 300 yards. That's what I see Rodgers doing, and I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's probably going to be like a 31-28 game, give or take whichever team.
Who do you got on top?
Cooter Rodgers will
Chris,
get
they kind
his
of give or
win.
take. I want to say Packers, but yeah, kind of Cooter with Rodgers will get his win. Yeah, I think revenge game. Rodgers has more
Where's the game
motivation
at?
behind him.
Is it in Lambeau?
it's in Pittsburgh.
You see,
I,
it's not
in
gonna
We
be-
have
think
not
those-
played well on the road this year.
I think if we played in Lambeau, Rodgers would have even a better game probably.
Well, in Green Bay, the question for Green Bay is not really even the secondary. It's can you get to Rodgers before he gets rid of the ball? Usually he's pretty quick in the pocket, get rid of the ball, he holds it, and then he'll scramble around. But you got to be able to get to him. And then they're going to use their running backs a lot. Deep passes. You got to cover DK. That's what I see.
Vegas has Packers winning as a 3 to 3.5 point spread. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, I picked 31-28.
I think this game is either very close or a blowout. I
Which
don't
direction?
know who's gonna win. Well, yeah, and the blowout would be the Steelers would blow out the Packers.
Again, how big?
It's either very close or the Steelers are blowing us out. I mean, our secondary was so horrible last week. We can talk about Bullard or Evan Williams or
Pretty much
horrible
anybody on the second.
performance. Reminded me of like a Kevin King moment with Bullard, to be honest. Micah has to play like how he did last week. You know, that's what we brought him to Green Bay for, to get us those clutch sacks when we needed it. And we did need it. We haven't played well on the road this year. Jordan Love has to play well. We are nothing without our run game. That was shown last week. Josh Jacobs has to be healthy. He's got to be in. bring in Brooks and Wilson and whatnot. But I think if the Packers have any chance in this game, it's because of Josh Jacobs, obviously. It's the heart and soul of our team.
Green Bay on the spread when they're weigh-in favorites, they're 0-2.
Oh, they're playing in a tough place, Pittsburgh. They're a good team.
They're going to be loud. That town is excited.
Don't think Green Bay won't be jacked up for this game, though. Everybody in that locker room is going to know what that game's about. Who's under quarterback? Micah Parsons, they're going to tell him, you're here. One of the big reasons is this game here. We're not.
That worked out well for them for the Dallas game.
Well,
Just saying.
they didn't lose.
I don't know if we're
Me neither.
20 Hooter, but
If Green
no,
Bay makes a
maybe
trade,
120 total yards with some receiving, but I don't think he goes for $120.
No,
I
me either.
think if
Not
Green
not
Bay
rushing.
trade,
Tiny.
I think they'll go out and maybe get a running back, maybe a Jerome Ford. I know Cleveland's looking to trade off backup running backs right now. I'm sure there's a couple other teams, but that could be something you see Green Bay doing, getting a running back, because they're really thin in that room right there. If Jacobs goes down, you got Emmanuel Wilson and Brooks behind him maybe, and a hurt Lloyd. You are hurting if he goes down. So if there's a running back like a Jerome Ford you could get for a late round pick, I would in a heartbeat make that move and add him to my running backfield.
I'd be happy to get it back and add to that room too. I don't like any of our backup backs. I mean,
Wilson's okay, but it doesn't take much for 1, 2, 3 guys to go down.
no,
But it doesn't.
not
See,
at all.
Green Bay should have pursued that Tanks Bigsby
Yeah,
rather than letting the Eagles get him. I'm sick of watching these GMs
Like Clay,
just sit back and let the Eagles pick up whoever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want them. Like, what are we doing?
They also have money.
Every team has money. 1970 was the last time Green Bay won in Pittsburgh. Ouch.
how many times have they played there?
Right.
Son?
yeah, probably
Four?
handful.
I can tell you.
Every 4 years they play them, and so every 8 years it's in Pitt. I mean, so yeah, it's probably not that many, but yeah, I don't know.
I do remember beating them in the
He's not
Super
a Bixby
Bowl.
guy, but he's not bad.
6 times probably. 6 or 7 times.
All right, Ben. So what other games we got to talk about here?
The
We got the
Vikings Chargers is another one that I think it's gonna be a close game.
all right. So let's see. Eric, you take Vikings. Ben, Chargers. Who do you think? What did Chargers got to do to win the game?
Chargers got an air raid.
They got to trade for Devon A-Chain.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
give up like 3 firsts, what they want for them. No, they got an air raid. They haven't had anything in the rush game. They were in the game last week. What did Herbert throw for? Almost 400 yards. Take care of the ball, air raid, and
That's probably two for almost 400 yards.
I hope you don't get Wentz playing good. He's a roller coaster of a player. One week he looks MVP, the next week it's like, why is this guy on a football field? You know,
Been a while since I've seen MVP.
that's they're kind of falling apart. They gotta figure it out. Protect Herbert, and they got to establish something in the running game. But air raid, I'd put it all on Herbert's shoulders and just.
All right, Eric. What do the Vikings got to do?
Score more than the Lions?
But can they score more than the Lions? That's the question. It's the question every week.
Where's the mute all button?
Oh,
No, they just got to keep Carson Wentz from making stupid mistakes. Like, you got good receivers he can throw it to.
they should be
Protect
getting
them.
Aaron Jones back pretty soon. I don't know maybe not this week, but next week or two. I would imagine Jones will be back pretty soon. I hope.
October 23rd, so he should be back. His estimated return
long
is
is-
the 23rd.
How
That'll be
long
a
is
big pitch.
JJ out for?
He's going to be back soon too. And they've said
Doesn't
when-
matter. He sucks.
He's
said
not
he
even on
started
their
him.
injury report right now. So take that
I mean,
as
they-
you may.
Vikings just played the Eagles well too. I mean, so it's going to be. I mean, they're not a bad team.
The
They're-
Vikings?
Yeah,
No, they were a game away from the Super Bowl or so last year, 2 games away. They were damn near the best record in the league. They got a good team. You don't do that with a good team.
They don't have very many injuries right now.
No,
they fucked up by letting Darnold walk.
yeah, they did.
That was their big.
Everybody fucked up by not signing Daniel Jones, apparently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they let them both walk. You know?
Oh man,
So
who would have saw
Who's the
that
next
coming?
one? Who's the next one that's going to do that? Walk and get signed and be the stud.
Oh,
See, the problem with quarterbacks is
They're pretty much
Daniel Jones is a perfect example. They're situational. Like some quarterbacks, like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, can fit into any system, but the vast majority of quarterbacks, unless you're that top tier quarterback, you're not fitting into any system, and you need the right system, the right coaching, the right motivation behind you.
I think
You
you got to
know.
be the right person, the right quarterback, the right person to work in New York. Eli was
Absolutely.
he was used to the lights, and he was just so I don't really give a shit about anything, you know, like
Mhm.
no reaction. And Jackson Darts, he loves the light.
yeah.
You know,
I think he's just too young and naive to realize all the lights.
and
I
that's
just think he doesn't
like-
care.
that's just it. That's
He's
what
got
helped.
something to prove. He doesn't care about anything else.
And Daniel
Yeah.
Jones, I don't think he liked it. I don't think he liked the pressure and the tension and just everything going on. And, you know, the coaching staff sucked everything. Obviously, they had good players because Saquon's pretty good. He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
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 Damn
One of
it.
the games I don't know if we were actually going to talk about.
No.
Huh?
Eagles Giants.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands
down.
Hands down.
Um,
Eagles Giants.
You guys want to go Eagles Giants? I got a game for you guys otherwise too.
Oh,
Eagles Giants absolutely has to be one of the most annoying games for fans. That isn't even about the fucking football game. That is going to be the battle of who's going to have the most obnoxious fans.
Sounds like a Cowboys fan.
Like, I feel bad for their security. I do.
Oh, we got Scadaboo, man. Ah!
Dude,
guy's
Scadaboo
fucking
currently
nuts.
has more rushing yards than Saquon.
Yeah, they handed off. Like, that's, yeah, I don't know. That,
Would you not with
Saquon's
him?
hands down the better back.
Would you
They just,
not?
he's just, for, the Eagles Giants, I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Giants are a lot of people are giving them credit now, but I think they're still a lot better than what we're thinking. And they're too young and dumb to realize the situations that they're in or their limitations, and they're just sending it. They don't care. And
Yeah.
Eagles have been struggling lately. I mean, they won. They're still winning, but they're struggling. And in division game, I think it's going to be a real close one. I think the Giants might sneak it out. They got
Didn't
all
they
the pressure.
struggle
Right.
last year, though, all the way until the end? And all of a sudden they were like, oh, guess what? We know how to play football. Isn't that how it went?
Yeah. I don't know if that was last year. It might have been. Oh, they do that every couple of years.
They're not
Um,
exactly your morning wood type of team. They got to warm up to it. Let them eat.
Who are we talking about?
Eagles, Giants. I think the Giants are going to win. I think Eagles got a lot of pressure on them. They've been struggling. They've played a lot of close games. They're figuring out how to win. But I think the Giants come in there in division game and kind of punch them in the mouth a little bit.
Again.
What's that?
Again.
Did they already play?
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they
Okay.
just played a couple weeks ago.
But did they outscore the Lions?
Yeah, I think they might outscore the Lions.
They might have.
Next.
I was the only one that really talked about that game.
Meh.
I mean,
Yeah, you just don't like either team. Luke, what you got on that game?
Eagles are still the Eagles, still defending Super Bowl champs. They have a great team. You know, when you have people like their offense is just overpowered. I mean, two great wide receivers. Jalen Hurts proved last week that he can somehow magically throw the ball again. Saquon is Saquon. I think he's just heating up, to be honest. You know, coming off almost a historic. I mean, it is best career year. But then again, you see the fire and tenacity that's in New York right now, and you see Jackson Dart and Scatterbull leading the way. And you know, despite a tough loss last week, if their defense stops the Broncos one time, I mean that game's over.
if their kicker makes a field goal,
I mean, they held the Broncos scoreless through 3, or was it? Did they have 3?
scoreless,
Three,
scoreless
three,
through
four,
Yeah,
three.
they gave up 33 in
You're
the fourth.
talking about. I mean, everybody's so
Three.
Broncos is now on the top 10. You know, you guys been talking about Bo Nix and how he all year, and that they're slowly progressing and they're getting hotter and hotter, whatever and whatnot. The Giants still played a good game. Giants put up 32 points. I don't remember the last time the Giants put up 32 points. Do you guys? I don't know. I think it's different. There's a new atmosphere there. It's a whole different type of team, and I'm gonna roll with the Giants on this one.
There is a new feel. There is a little bit different vibe in New York. I like it. I think they're tough. They got Scatterbull's he'll ram his head into anything.
Even when he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The
Jalen
last
Carter or
time
not.
that the Giants put up 32 points was on October 19th of 2025.
But when was the time before that?
Time before that is still thinking, still looking.
Oh.
Exactly.
Wasn't October 19th 3 days ago?
Yeah.
It was.
That's
So-
what I was referring
That's
to.
what they said.
But kind of transition off of what you said over there with both the Broncos. That should be a pretty good matchup. Broncos versus Cowboys.
Yeah.
Hey Becky, what do you think the Cowboys? You think they're gonna? Obviously, you probably think they're gonna beat the Broncos. What do you think they have to do to beat the Broncos?
Not listen to Jerry Jones in the press box.
Well, he's in the press box.
He's everywhere. He's on the phone. He's in the playbooks. He's on microphones. The man is like herpes. He's everywhere over that entire organization. So maybe, just maybe, if Cowboys leadership, I don't know, coaches, disconnected their headset there and just actually called the plays and like coached their players, it might be a different one.
Well, the key for the Cowboys actually is giving Dak Prescott enough time to throw the football.
Yeah,
That Broncos team gets after you. If you can give him enough time to get the ball out to CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens or Ferguson, he's got some weapons.
it's gonna have to be either Pickens or Ferguson because, well, it depends on who Surtain's matched up on, but they're probably getting shut down.
Probably, but that doesn't matter because you still got Pickens, you got Lamb, you got Turpin, you got Devontae Williams has been pretty good at running back. So I mean, the Broncos are a good defense, and the big thing is you got to give Dak Prescott enough time to throw the football.
You
Broncos are
gotta
one of
let
the-
Dak. You gotta let Dak do what he does.
Yeah, but when you have someone as an oversight constantly, they don't let Dak do what Dak does.
And if he keeps playing like this, are we going to start hearing whispers of Dak for MVP?
Oh, God.
I mean, there's already
Every
been
year.
whispers of it.
Every year.
Oh, finally
Every
found
year.
your New York score. The last time they had 32 points was in November 8th of 2015,
Yeah.
by the way.
My point.
I,
They've done it a couple times this year, though.
I'm still personally not sold on the Broncos.
Neither
I think
am
they're good. They're figuring it out. But I mean, we always talk about their defense, how good their defense is, which I agree. It is a very good defense. But I mean, how many times have they given up
Are they
25 plus
playing
points?
at
like
Denver
they're-
or are they
Yeah,
playing
it's
at,
in Denver.
oh,
It seems like they're playing.
playing
They're the best defense that gives up a ton of points every week.
I didn't say they're the best defense. But
Well, no, I was saying that they're
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
best
we
defense that does.
you look
I
at it,
I
yeah,
totally
they gave
agree.
up a bunch of points, but in the fourth quarter, they got stops when they needed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
They're
what you got to do.
they're
Or
a
else
good
you
team.
win a
They're a
football
good team. I think this comes down to in Detroit with them having these new balls for kicking. Aubrey, I think he sets the record for farthest field goal this in the NFL this week. I think they let him try a 70+ yarder.
I don't
And
know.
I
Go
think-
boys.
I think that's gonna come be the difference in the game. Probably a field goal or two. It's gonna probably come down to the last drive
Who are the
and
Cowboys playing?
Denver.
Broncos.
Broncos?
It's in Denver.
I think a lot. Anytime anybody plays at the Broncos Stadium, a lot of it has to do with that elevation. So
Ben,
they definitely have a key
Absolutely.
advantage there.
did you just say Aubrey is going to break the record in Detroit this week?
He did.
Denver. Oh, did I
He
say
said
Detroit?
Detroit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I meant Denver.
Okay. I was
Denver's
You smell
Who's got
Denver's
D
biggest
on, who's got
problem.
D on the mind?
Denver's
I bet
biggest
you
problem.
do.
They
You
can't.
smell burnt toast, Ben?
He's got D on the mind.
They can't wait to get going. Like they can't hold off with their offense. You know, they can't do what they did last week against the Giants and put up 33 in the fourth quarter against the Cowboys. That's not going to work. That's not going to win them the game. You know, that's their biggest problem.
Yeah, they're starting late in the season and they're starting late in games. I mean, they got like they come out fire, and if they turn it into a shootout, I think it's anybody's game for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the Broncos are the better team than the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are playing hot right now. The Broncos, they're going to have some. I mean, they're not playing bad. Obviously, they still got a good record, but
I think the Broncos are the better team, but I think the Cowboys got the better offense that gives them a chance.
Yeah.
Dallas has got a really good offense right now. It's clicking, and you don't know how far it can take you. And their defense is getting better. It's not great, but they don't. If that offense keeps playing like the way it is, the defense doesn't have to be as great.
yeah,
I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But they're better. They're a better team than we thought they were.
Hands down.
hands down.
Hands down.
I know you mentioned something about this game in the group chat we have, but I was thinking about this for the upset of the week before you even said it with the Saints Bucks. That's always seems to be a tough game, and I think the Bucks are either going to come out and whoop the absolute shit out of them, playing pissed off, or they're going to be kind of licking their wounds from last
Happy
week.
girl.
And I think it's going to be a close game, and I think the Saints actually might pull one out against the Bucks.
I'm
No.
sure you thought about that before I said it in
I
the group chat there. I'm sure. Yeah,
I did. I
know.
did.
The
Yeah, I
NFL's obligated to give the Bucks a game now because they gave the Lions the last one.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I think the Bucks will win, but like Ben said, that's a divisional game. That's a tough game.
They always play tough.
The Saints are.
Hey,
a
hold
tougher
on,
team.
everybody. You need to say goodnight to my dog.
Good night.
Oh.
Good night, Sky.
It's your girlfriend, Gomez. Say goodnight, Skylar.
yeah, she hates me. Good
She
night,
loves you.
Skylar.
She's
Good night.
slightly
Good,
racist.
she's a good girl.
Cooter.
Let's go to bed, buddy.
What's up, Cooter? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, there's no actual reasoning behind the thinking the Saints are going to beat the Bucks, except for in division game. Bucks coming off of a real tough loss. They're like I said, they're either going to completely dismantle the Saints and it's going to be like a 40-something to 7 game, or the Saints are going to win. If it's a close game, I think the Saints are going to come out ahead by a field goal, touchdown, another real close game. But
It'll be a field goal. Saints winning. Buccaneers are a little banged up on offense right now. I mean, you just lost Mike Evans for the rest of his career.
you come down here real quick, bud.
But
Any other big upsets you guys see happening?
Man,
The Dolphins gonna lose again.
yeah. Yeah, they play the Falcons, bro. Bijan's going to put up 300 yards on them.
Who am I playing this week?
Oh, I think the Dolphins figure it out this week, actually, too. I was going to say this might be another upset alert.
No.
Dolphins are going to figure it out. Tua's going to have a decent game just so they, think they have something in them and hold on to everybody, including Greer. And
Two.
just to piss off their fans. They're going to have a good game. Let the front office think that they're going to hold on to people. And
Jalen Waddle's gonna go off. Achan's gonna have a good game. Tua.
well, if Achan has a good game, they might get those 3 first-round picks. Gomez said he's worth.
No, if he has
I
a good game,
never
they're
said
gonna ask
3
for-
first-round picks.
They're gonna ask for a first round pick. Nobody's gonna pay it. And they're
I
gonna
never
get-
said 3 first-round picks. I said he's worth more than a 4th-round pick.
yeah, third, second, maybe.
Gotta exaggerate a little bit, Gomez. Anyway,
I wonder if the Browns are going to beat the Patriots.
I don't think so. I just don't think it's a great matchup. The Browns are more of a shut the run down, beat you up type of team. That's why they beat the Packers. I don't think they match up well against the Patriots that don't really run great as it is. I think the Patriots have a real good game against them offensively. They're probably going to pressure May, but he's got wheels enough. He's mobile enough. I think he's going to be fine.
Well, time will tell. Time will tell, pal. Time
Well,
will tell.
of course, time will tell if the team wins.
Well,
Yep,
I think
yep,
in that
yep.
game that comes down to can New England shut down the run game for Cleveland? If Cleveland can't run the football, it's going to be New England's going to walk them. If Cleveland can run the football, they're going to have a shot because that defense is probably going to make it tough for May and that offense. They're good, but yeah.
They're a good defense. I don't think May's going to have that big of trouble with him. He's firing right now. He's mobile. They can get pressure on him. He can escape pressure. They might get a sack or two. Might get him to throw like one pick or make a mistake, but I think he's gonna have a big game overall.
You're talking about the same defense with Myles Garrett on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get after him. I said that they're gonna have a couple sacks and
I was looking at that one, Bruno. I didn't want to say that.
yeah,
I did not
I'm surprised-
wanna say
surprised
that.
Gomez didn't say that was gonna be the upset of the century, like when the Titans beat the Cardinals.
I don't think
That
that will
is-
happen personally.
That was the upset of the week, pal. That was
Yeah.
a bigger upset than anything else that week. Sit down and
The
shut up.
Bengals
You
are
don't know ball.
Bengals are going to be a tough customer with good old Joe under center.
Yeah,
He's a smart quarterback. He's got some pretty damn good receivers there. I don't think Joe's ever had receivers like that to throw.
I think who
You
was
won a
his-
Super Bowl
who's
with
the
no
best
receiver.
receiver? Well, he had Steve Smith for a little bit with the Ravens.
Yeah,
Other than
like,
that, it was like what, Torrey Smith?
Yeah.
I think that was his best receiver he's had his entire career.
yeah. Like now he's got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They're both studs.
Yeah,
You guys use the word stud far too much.
and Chase Brown. He's a great option out of the backfield.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can go to the Dolphins game for $86.
costs that much.
Are they paying you that?
They
I get
should
like
be.
an hourly pay to be there.
Yeah, I'm saying. You think the Panthers will beat the Bills?
No.
I think that's
is Bryce
Hey,
Young.
I'm just reading what Bruno
I
said,
mean,
pal.
Hey, what's your thought process behind that, Bruno?
I'm
I
curious
don't.
about that too.
I can see
Any
where it's
given
coming from.
Sunday.
The Panthers have been a tougher team than they've been getting better, but I don't think if they don't have Bryce Young in full strength, they'll beat the.
I mean,
I don't think they'll
that's
beat the
what they
Bills.
said last-
But
Last year's they're a
But
young
Bills-
team. They've been playing tough. They're getting better. They're getting better. And same thing this year. They're tough. They're getting better. They're getting better. They're not good. They're getting better for a shitty team. They're still a shitty team at the end of the day.
Bryce Young is doubtful.
there's your big thing: is Bryce Young's doubtful.
Who's their quarterback? Cooper Rush?
No,
Denver
Andy
is?
Dalton,
Who's Cooper Rush playing for?
Ravens.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
say Andy Dalton's under center for the Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he said.
the Red Rocket.
Bruno said if they can slow the gameplay down
Pretty solid backup.
and control it, they had a shot. I mean, I guess any teams like that, but Josh, you can slow the game down all you want. When Josh Allen puts 3 touchdowns up on you,
I don't know. Bills have
in
been
a quick
vulnerable.
hurry, you know.
Bills haven't been all that in a bag of chips so far this year.
Lamar Jackson is currently questionable.
Yeah, we
That
talked about that
Chicago
earlier.
game might be an actual game now.
Are you
I
saying
hope
it
so.
might be an actual game if Lamar's playing or if he's out?
Yeah, if he's playing.
You watch it.
If he's playing, I think they
Lamar's
just
going to come back. The Ravens are going to make the playoffs.
What's that?
Said Lamar's going to come back. The Ravens will make the playoffs.
What are they gonna win? 10 in a row?
They might. They've done shit like that before.
Well, you don't have to win 10 in a row. I
They
mean,
got that quality of team to be able to do something like that, or at least quality of players. They should. They were
if
that
Lamar's
good
back and
last
he's healthy, they're gonna destroy the Bears.
I think they've already had their bye week as well.
Yeah.
So
year. I don't know if they'll
They-
destroy the Bears. I just hope they beat them. The Bears have been a tougher customer than we've all thought this year.
The Bears still suck and always
do.
will.
Always will, but
Fuck the Bears.
Anyway.
I hope it did. I can't stand them.
I got him on my fantasy team, so
What's that?
got Josh Allen on my fantasy team, so
I won't
And
tell you
Lamar
what.
and Joe Burrow and
Jaden
Daniels.
Matthew Stafford.
You realize we're not a super flex here, Luke. Why'd you spend like 5 first round or 5 picks?
No. I have Drake May. Now, I didn't draft this team, nor did I have any.
likely
Nobody wants to
scoring.
make trades with me because Clayton's a pussy because he won't trade.
He offered you a trade.
Yeah, a shit one.
That was pretty good. I offered you
He's down for
starters.
your number 4 quarterback.
He's got 15 running backs on his team.
And I offered
And
you
I'm willing him to
quarterbacks.
give him a starting quarterback with a high ceiling for Quinshon Judkins, and he, nope.
Yeah, but
Why would he
I
give you
traded
Quinshon
for a lesser
Judkins?
quarterback because I got Bo Nix scored 40.
Then why'd you even say anything then?
I was curious if you were willing to
Well,
trade for some of my backup
Yeah,
running backs. Then you asked for Judkins, and I was like, no, that's too rich for
Chase
my.
Brown is
He's
better
your
than what you're going
flex
to get off
running
the
back. You
waiver.
have Jonathan Taylor and
I know
Bijan
it's pretty great, right?
That's 70 points between the both of those.
You're-
every
That's
fucking
was like
week.
209 this week or something, but whatever.
But Luke, you're
Well,
going to
Taylor's projected 25. So
end up cutting some of those quarterbacks unless you sit on 4 of them all year for nothing.
I'm sitting on all of
And,
them. the rest of
and
the year.
Chase Brown's going to be better than
No.
anything you get off waivers.
I mean, there's Brown, there's Charbonnet, there's Pacheco, there's
Yeah, those are all on your team.
yeah, those are my backups.
Yeah.
Nobody wants your backups.
Oh,
Yeah.
right
Nobody
now,
wants
Jaden Daniels will
starters.
give you a half a pasty and a pack of ketchup.
The
I got
pasty in the
Drake
packet.
May, Lamar, Stafford. We're good yet.
I don't even think Becky caught that one. That was an old reference from way back in our working days.
Oh, I caught it. I caught it.
But all right, any other
Be like a caged bird and not sing.
You gotta do one of those TikTok things where they're looking like the little bird. Cage.
beacon one over there? Any other stuff for week 8? Otherwise, we'll talk a little bit about fantasy, I guess, since we're kind of on the subject, and then for about another 5-10 minutes here, then probably jump out. How's your fantasy? Jesus Christ.
Be gone.
Whoa.
There we go.
Mm.
Gomez, how'd your fantasy teams do this week?
I whooped your ass. That's the only thing that matters.
You know, a win against me that neither of us deserved. We were the Jets Bengals this week.
No, we were the Jets Dolphins this week. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. It was a rough one.
I mean, I was a little disappointed out of my fantasy team. I got 2.5 out of Waddle and I think 6 out of Nico Collins. They didn't do me much
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Shut up.
your team did pretty shitty. I almost put up 200 in that league.
I did though.
I know you put up like 220.
Name was hanging with Hernandez, and I lost.
Now I got Big Nick's energy.
Yeah. Clay, shout out for the week of you putting up like, what is that? That was in the 10-team league. So
Yeah, 10
I mean,
teams.
it's not as impressive as the 12, but I mean, putting up 220 points, that's off. I was happy. I almost put up 200, but
I
Yeah.
lost because 2 of my receivers died.
R.I.P.
which, oh yeah, Evans and
Myers.
oh
Well, what happened to that one player who just kind of like fell over on the field and they were trying to get him up and they couldn't? Like, did they say it was a concussion or what?
I'm not
I
sure.
have no idea who you're talking
It was right. Oh,
Any
What
idea
game?
DeMar Hamlin.
no, I know what that one is from, but like at first they didn't call the card out on him, and
Oh, Mike Evans.
was that who it was?
With the Buccaneers.
Like lifeless on the field, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. He dove for a ball. He had it. He hit. Went limp.
Horrible.
Yeah, broken collarbone and concussion.
oh.
Yeah.
So he was out.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. When they showed him, I called that right away. He was taking a nap.
Oops.
They just need to get Ben on the TV whenever an injury comes up. So
Yeah, hey,
Mhm.
every time.
I've been right on all of them on what the actual injury was. Fuckers. I was saying, what was it? Tyreek Hill broke his leg. It's his leg. It's his tibia. No, that's a dislocated knee. He didn't break shit.
He couldn't get off the field quick enough.
Well, he was off.
Like,
the
yeah,
He was already off the field, pal.
field. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pick up.
What?
Luke, you got any big deep sleepers for this week?
no, I don't.
DK Metcalf against the Packers.
It's not a
That's
sleeper.
probably gonna be a good start.
It's not a sleeper.
Defenses.
Take
If you,
take it for a Gonzo lock. Gonzo's locks, fucking over 80 yards. DK Metcalf.
well,
I
well,
don't
the only
even
thing
know what
I'd
his
say
pick is.
if we can figure out who Surtain's covering for the Cowboys, I'd sit either CD or Pickens. But
You go with your
I'm guessing he's probably going to be covering CD.
honest.
I don't know. They might just take their chances on doubling CD and then locking Pickens down. Though, it's going to be if we can figure out who he's going to be on, I wouldn't start him.
Oh, bye. Okay.
This week, I honestly haven't had a chance to even look. I've been working and I got notifications of waiver wire, everything that's been processed. I'm like, I didn't even look this week at waivers, so I'm hoping I don't need anybody.
So stupid. My whole
Same.
team's
Cody says a lock. Cook for 2 rushing touchdowns. Gomez, what's the Gomez guaranteed absolute 100% locks?
Telling you shit.
Who are the Dolphins playing?
Falcons.
Bijan Robinson, a lock for at least 100 yards and a touchdown.
I think that over under.
Put down whatever you have. Put your house on fucking Bijan to have over
Well,
100.
what's the over under actually at? Because they're playing the Dolphins, so it's probably over under like 300 yards total offense.
All right. Well, that's pretty damn high. That's a lot. I don't know if I don't know if anybody else have ever put up 300 total yards in a game.
Yeah, I was exaggerating, but I'm guessing that
150 yards and 2 touchdowns, all
Yeah.
purpose. That'd be probably over under.
yeah,
Let's see what his props is.
I'd still be happy going over. I'd be comfortable. I'd be comfortable going up to almost like 200 total offense and a touchdown. Anytime
Bro, I'm
touchdown.
I'm putting 3 touchdowns down for Bijan Robinson, 3+. Right
Yeah.
now the line's sitting at plus 1,000 for that.
Hey,
What's
I'm liking those numbers.
what's his over under line sitting at in general for yards and touchdowns?
Hang on, I'll have to pull it up on ESPN bet. Over
Sure.
88.
Yeah, I was
88
gonna
and a
say
half.
Cody's been on this shit.
Yeah, I ain't got ESPN bet open, so
Yeah, Cody, I assumed you meant yards, not touchdowns,
Stat line.
but thanks
he
for the
might put up
clarification.
88 touchdowns.
So, well, you got anything for fantasy wise, or any other last things for the night before we head out?
No, not too much other than it's been fun. No, I don't really have much for fantasy, to be honest.
Well,
Offhand.
Whoever's on his team.
Just go look at my roster. I know it's not
Probably
yours.
start
So let me try to make a trade. Hey, like I said, I got multiple guys on my bench right now for sale. They're in my starting lineup. It's gonna be pricey. I might make a move, but gotta offer me something worth it.
Judging by Bardo's haircut, he ain't offering much.
Oh, what is haircut?
It looks like he makes bad decisions and not in a good way.
At least he got hair to cut.
Hey, now.
Hands, though.
He does look like a 90s lesbian.
Yeah, I see some gym teacher in him.
Feel free to.
Cody,
I guess you're never mind.
Bijan 3+ touchdowns. Look at that. Plus 1,000. Take that. Do it
Is
right
that
now.
your,
Put 20
is that
bucks
your
on
guaranteed
it.
lock? Let's
No.
go with guaranteed lock.
No, it's not.
100%
lock.
guaranteed Bijan over 50 total yards and anytime touchdown. That is 100% guaranteed. Let's try to jinx it here.
Nope. My guaranteed lock is Tez Johnson anytime touchdown for 2.
There you go. Hands down.
That's my guaranteed, hands down.
So,
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah. So Eric almost guaranteed and locked my player in for a shit week.
I should.
all right, guys. Hope you guys have a good night. Everybody that in chat, thanks for tuning in. Before we go, real quick, Jeremy or Cooter said that you look like a stud, Luke.
I know I do.
Agreed.
And in case
Can you
anybody
guys
hasn't
Just being
Cooter.
bitchy. I get it. It's a long night.
in case
Look, the
anybody
man has
hasn't
the nickname of Cooter.
yeah.
What's wrong with that? He is
But,
the
Cooter
man.
Cooter from the Dukes of Hazzard, pal.
Cooter's the shit.
I don't know. Ask Ben what he did.
That's a different conversation. Not for on YouTube. So in case anybody hasn't been reading the ticker on the bottom, Under the Lights Entertainment Salutes and Slams is November. I gotta look at it too because I don't have it written down. It's in Maryland at St. Thomas Aquinas. Friday, November 7th. Doors open, I believe, at 6. It starts at 7 to 9. I believe it's a lot of fun. All proceeds go to local veterans. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Good night,
It's
everybody.
hands down a good show. Hands down. See you.
Laters.